What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Run with Jay channel. So today we have another shoe showdown between two very highly rated shoes in the tempo and fast daily trainer category. We have the NIKE Pegasus Turbo 2 going up against the SAUCONY Endorphin Speed. So again, just like before, we're going to rate these shoes between 5 different categories. We're going to give each of these shoes a score of 1 to 5, with 5 being the best for each category. And then we're going to tally up the totals to see which one of these shoes reigns supreme. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. Please hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the bell for notifications. And let's get started. So in terms of design and features, the Pegasus Turbo 2 definitely has a lot of features, and the design of the shoe looks very good. This was actually my first serious running shoe that I purchased. The electric green color caught my attention right away, so I think it was a very good looking shoe. Like the oversized swoosh, and also the color and the lightweight upper. It's also got, in terms of features, a ZoomX foam as well as a React foam to give you that speed and stability. It's got some padding on the back of the shoe, but not in the Achilles part. It's got a lightweight upper. The tongue is neoprene and soft. Some people don't like it, but I think it's okay. The laces are pretty standard, so the shoe looks very good overall, and it's got a nice features. I really like the ZoomX foam with the React combination, and this gives the shoe a nice little pep in the step while you're running. You can feel the bounciness and the foam of it right away as soon as you put your foot in. So in terms of design, this shoe is designed very well. And then when you compare it to the Endorphin Speed, this shoe also looks very interesting. I personally like the neon color hues that Saucony has been using for the Endorphin line. This shoe looks pretty bright, colorful, and it's different. It's not to say it looks bad. I think it looks pretty good as well in its own right. You've got PWR Power Run foam on the middle, as well as a nylon plate inside the middle of the shoe. You got the engineered upper that's very durable. It's a little bit thicker as well compared to the Pegasus Turbo. There's also a lot of cushion and padding around the foot area, which is very nice, as well as a little heel counter in the back for stability. So overall, the design of the shoe looks very good as well. So for both of these shoes, I give a score of a 4 for both design and features. So the next category we're going to look at is cost and value. So in terms of cost and value, the Pegasus Turbo 2 has been out for over a year now. So we're going to compare the current prices for this shoe to the Endorphin Speed in order to make it fair. The shoe originally cost $180 when it was released, and now you can find it in stores from about $75 to $120 for certain colorways. The Nike website still lists most of these at a full retail of $180, but if you look around for stores and online, you can definitely find deals on this shoe, since Nike seems to be phasing this shoe out. So in terms of cost and value, especially with the prices now, you get a lot of bang for your buck for the shoe. The ZoomX foam is probably one of my all-time favorite foams in a running shoe. It's just so squishy and bouncy, and it gives you great energy return, and they use it for the higher end lines like the Alpha Fly and Vapor Flies. The React foam just, it's an extra plus on top of that to make the shoe last longer, as well as give you some stability from all of the, the running and the foam cushioning that you're going to be experiencing in this shoe. So, and also the engineered upper is very light and breathable, and the shoe is pretty minimal in my opinion, because they took out a lot of the cushion and things from the first original Pegasus Turbo and kind of stripped everything down to make the shoe strictly for going fast and making it super light. So the Endorphin Speed costs $160 currently. With that cost, it's pretty competitive in the price range for speed or daily trainer shoes right now compared to other brands. It's not too high, it's not too low. I think it's a fair price, and with the 160, you're getting a lot of features. You're getting the nylon plate that's inside the shoe. Although it's not as snappy as the carbon fiber plate, it's still very good. You get a lot of cushioning around the feet area, so it makes it very comfortable. There's a breathable mesh as well as, you know, a thicker upper for comfort and stability with the heel clip and everything, as well as the Power Run foam, which is very good. Slightly a little bit less bouncier and softer compared to the Zoom X, but still very good in its own right. So Saucony has done a really good job, you know, with advancing their shoe technology. So overall, in terms of cost and value, I think 160 is a great price, and you're getting a lot of features in this shoe that makes it one of the top ranked shoes of this year. So overall, in terms of cost and value, I would give the Pegasus Turbo 2 a total score of a 4 because of what the price is right now. It's very cheap and it's very affordable. You can get discounts on this shoe everywhere. And also, I will give the Endorphin Speed a score of a 3.5 simply because it's a little bit more expensive currently than what you can get the Pegasus Turbo 2 for. And also, you know, I just like the features and the Zoom X foam a little bit more. So between the cost and the features, I think you're getting a little bit more value from the Pegasus Turbo 2. So after 2 rounds, the Pegasus Turbo 2 is leading with a score of 8 to 7.5 on the Endorphin Speeds. So the next round we're going to look at is comfort. So in terms of comfort, the Pegasus Turbo 2, to some people, might not be very comfortable to run in, but for the majority of the people, including myself, I really like the shoe. I feel like as soon as you put your foot in, you feel that Zoom X foam and that bounce, and it just makes you want to go fast. And you know, overall, even though it doesn't have a lot of padding, I didn't have any issues with the shoe not fitting well. It's got plenty of space. It's not super narrow. And then the cushion on this shoe just tops, you know, everything else. And, you know, when you're running fast in this shoe, you don't really think of the comfort. Also, the weight of the shoe makes a huge difference in the comfort as well. You feel so light and you even forget about everything else as well. So in terms of comfort, this shoe is very comfortable to me. People might have some issues with the heel rubbing because no padding there, and also the tongue might be, you know, annoying to kind of fix in place, as well as the laces. If you tie them up too tight, some people have gotten pain on the top of their foot. So overall, this shoe is very comfortable, and the Zoom X foam and the React foam, as well as the lightweight of the shoe, makes it a great shoe and very comfortable to run in. The Endorphin Speed is also a very comfortable shoe, and I believe a tad bit more comfortable than the Pegasus Turbo 2, simply because the shoe has tons of cushion. It reminds me of the original Pegasus Turbo, where they had a lot of padding and cushion around the feet area. So I did not have any issues with the rubbing on my Achilles or in the back part of my foot. There's cushion and padding on the tongue, on the sides of the feet, and the engineered mesh is also a little bit thicker for comfort and stability. The Power Run foam is also very comfortable to run in as well. And, you know, overall, this shoe's got a lot of, you know, padding and cushion compared to the Pegasus Turbo 2. And it's, you know, definitely a joy to run in. And it's definitely very comfortable as well. So overall, between the two shoes, I would give the Pegasus Turbo 2 a score of a 4 for comfort, and the Endorphin Speed a score of 4.5 for overall comfort. So after 3 rounds, the score is dead even at 12. We only have a couple rounds left, but still, it's still anyone's game. The next round we're going to look at is weight. So in terms of weight, the Pegasus Turbo 2 is probably one of the lightest shoes out there in its class. And, you know, it weighs at about 7.5 ounces, which is a little bit lighter than the Endorphin Speed. This shoe almost weighs the same amount as the Nike Alphafly Zoom Next Percent, which is the Nike's, you know, top of the line racing shoe. So this shoe is very light, and it's one of the reasons why I like this shoe so much. I'm a big fan of lightweight shoes. When you're running fast and running for long distances, you can definitely feel the difference in the weight. It makes your legs less tired overall, and, you know, you also have more energy to run faster. So with the lightweightness of the shoe, this shoe definitely is comfortable, and it's, you know, it's one of my favorites of all time to run in, simply because of that. And also you got the Zoom X and the React to give you that 1-2 punch to make this one of the top shoes in my, at least, you know, shoe rotation to run for speed and fast tempo runs. And I've even done long distance runs in this shoe as well. So in terms of weight, this is a very light shoe. Now the Endorphin Speed is also light as well. The shoe weighs at about 7.6 ounces, so it's a tad heavier than the Pegasus Turbo 2. One thing though about the Endorphin Speed, with all of the padding and cushioning in this shoe compared to the Pegasus Turbo, you don't feel like the shoe weighs actually about 7.6 ounces. It feels, mentally or in my mind a little bit more heavier than that. So I don't know if it's because you feel more stable or because the shoe has a lot of cushion and padding, but when you're running, it just doesn't feel as light compared to the Pegasus Turbo 2. So, overall, when you actually weigh the shoe, it's pretty light, but, when you're running in it, if for some reason it doesn't feel as light, maybe because, of all of the features in it, but that's not to take away anything from the shoe. So, overall score for weight, I would give the Pegasus Turbo 2 a score of a 5 for weight, and the Endorphin Speed a score of 4.5. So after 4 rounds, the Pegasus Turbo has finally pulled ahead again with a total score of 17, and the Endorphin Speed has a score of 16.5. The final round to decide it all is performance. For both of these shoes, they perform at the top of their class. They're consistently ranked, at the top of the list for, daily trainers and speed shoes. They're all-time favorites for a lot of people, and Pegasus Turbo 2 is no exception. This is one of my favorite running shoes. It's light, it's quick, ZoomX foam is springy and bouncy, and the React foam in this shoe at least is very nice and stable. It's a little bit different compared to maybe the React foam, the Infinity Run. So overall, I think this shoe performs very well. It's a name, it lives up to the name of Turbo. It definitely is fast. It'll perform, it'll make you, set records for yourself, and it's something I've used for races as well. So performance-wise, this shoe definitely is, top of the line. ZoomX foam, there's no other foam like it. Just softer and more bouncier than other foams I've tested, even in the Endorphin Speed. So yeah, this is a great shoe, one of the best shoes Nike has created. Still has a lot of fans that, they still love this shoe. Unfortunately, they might be phasing this shoe out because of the tempo next percent coming in. But hopefully, Nike will take the feedback and the comments from runners who really enjoyed this shoe and make a comeback for a Pegasus 3 in the future. So overall, yeah, the Nike Pegasus Turbo 2 definitely performs, and it's a very nice shoe. So the Endorphin Speed is also definitely a shoe that performs. There's a lot of people have high reviews about it, and I know after I tried it, I kind of agree with them. So, the shoe is just built rock solid. It's a shoe that you can keep on using over and over for a daily trainer without worrying about the shoe wearing out. It doesn't look like it's going to wear out anytime soon. It looks pretty durable as well. It's snappy, it's quick with the nylon plate, and it's also very comfortable. So it's got that 1, 2, 3, punch in a shoe. And, Saucony has just done such super good job with their shoe technology. The Power Run foam is very nice. Although not as soft and snappy as the ZoomX foam, it's definitely better than some of the competition out there. So this shoe is definitely very quick, it's comfortable, it's fast, and it's also one of my favorite running shoes right now for a daily trainer or a speed run type of shoe. And also it looks very nice in terms of design. This shoe doesn't come with additional laces like the Endorphin Pro does, so you're stuck with the neon green laces that come standard with the shoe, which I don't mind as well. So overall performance for this shoe, this is a very nice shoe and performs at the top of its class as well. So in terms of performance score, I would give the Pegasus Turbo 2 a score of 5 and the Endorphin Speed a score of 4.5. The ZoomX foam on the Pegasus Turbo 2 just is a game changer. It's just so soft and springy and bouncy, and it's just, I feel like, a lot faster to run in compared to the Endorphin Speed. Endorphin Speed is a quick shoe as well, but I just don't feel like I'm going that fast when I'm in this shoe compared to the Turbo. You just get so much more energy return, I think, in this Pegasus Turbo 2, and I can understand why a lot of people, really love this shoe. I just also like, the overall weight, which is a little bit lighter than the Endorphin Speed. Comfort, it's not a big deal to me if I'm wearing the shoe for speed and quick runs. So overall performance, the Pegasus Turbo 2 wins with a score of 5 to 4.5 the Endorphin Speed. So the scores are in, and we have a winner. And the winner of this shoe showdown is the Nike Pegasus Turbo 2 with a score of 22 over the Endorphin Speed with a total score of 21. So it was a close match overall. Both shoes are outstanding. They're fast, they're light, they're quick. There was just very slight details between the shoes that separated these two apart. One big factor was the ZoomX foam in the Nike is just a little bit more softer and bouncier compared to the Power Run foam of the Saucony Pro. However, if you were to choose either of these shoes, they're both great options for speed and fast tempo runs as well as daily trainers. So durability wise, the Nike Pegasus Turbo 2, my first pair lasted over 300 miles. So that's more than enough for me for a shoe. I wish it could last longer, but it is what it is. This Endorphin Speed looks like it's built like a tank, so I feel like that shoe can definitely reach 300 miles or a little bit more as well. So both of these shoes are great. You can't go wrong with any of them. Price wise, Pegasus Turbo 2 might be a little bit cheaper right now when you look at some of the discounts from stores. So yeah, both of these shoes are highly rated and I both really like this shoe, but the Pegasus Turbo 2 just barely edged out the Endorphin Speed to claim the victory of the quick tempo daily trainer category. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you think the Saucony should have won or you think the Turbo is definitely a lot better. If you guys have any other comments, feedback, or questions, please feel free to leave them down below as well. I've also put the links down below in the description for the full reviews for these shoes if you want to check them out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. I hope you guys are staying safe and your training's going well. And I'll see you guys on the next Shoe Showdown.